Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. God will bless you as you do so. My old subscribers, I thank you so much for supporting this channel. God will bless you as well. Yes, a lot is happening in Nigeria and so many other places concerning self-determination agitations going on. One thing is that once women join agitation for anything, once women pick up agitation for anything, that very thing they're agitating for must surely come to pass. They must realize it. And it seems that the issue of Oduduwa and Biafra, women are now coming to the forefront to agitate. So let's hear from them. Drop your comment below and tell me what you think about these women that are out now to agitate for our freedom, to join the men. So listen to them now.
From just before Democracy Day, the president made two statements, which is really quite amazing when you realize that this is our president that does not speak to Nigerians. And so to make those statements back to back, 3 days in a row, for me, it meant that the president wanted to say something to the South and to the Southeast, and almost everything he said, I view them and understood them to be threats, and not really talking to the people of the South or the people of the Southeast. That really the people that are from the defunct old Eastern region that was engaged. That the Nigerian government engaged in a war almost how many decades ago, you know. So everything for me was a threat. There was nothing there to indicate that the president understood or wanted to understand what the people of the South and Southeast, and Southeast have been saying, and even the whole southern region, which included the Yoruba people as well, and by a large extension, the Middle Belt, since we seem to be speaking the same language, if you like.
All right, just then on the what the perceptions are. I remember that. First of all, we do remember the president's saying that he belongs to everyone and doesn't belong to no one in particular, from the campaign days, and he's almost 6 years, or rather 6 years in office. And this is happening now where, references are made to specific parts of, Nigeria as being, dots in the circle. How do you review that from a man who said he belongs to everyone to a man who has, come out clearly by body language and speech to say that there is a bias in some of the treatment lines of different ethnic groups?
First of all, I must say that from here on, and for a very long time, actually, I have always spoken from the platform of being aware of how we got independence, when we got independence, and when our national anthem went something like brotherhood, though tongue and tribe may differ, in brotherhood we stand. That is the Nigeria that I am speaking from and to. Now, looking at what the president said, I belong to no one, I belong to everybody, which really was also something that he picked up from another president. But I mean, he debunked that immediately. He was after he was sworn in, which was his ceremonial, one of his phrases of his ceremonial speeches, and he traveled abroad in America. And when he was asked what he intended to do about the agitation of the Niger Delta people, if we recall, the president immediately made it very clear that there were people he regarded as 97% of Nigerians. And then there were people he regarded as 5%. Now, 97 plus 5 is actually 102. And so maybe the other extra were people that were going to come into Nigeria. That's one. Two, following that, the president went to the United Nations and started demanding for self-determination for the Palestinian people, referencing what was happening to the Palestinian people on behalf of Nigeria. Now, in my opinion, that take is very striking, because here you are, a president of a country that is Muslim and Christian, going on a world forum in the name of both Muslims and Christians, and now favoring the plight of Muslims in another part of the world for self-determination, and yet criminalizing his own people, supposedly his own people, in quotes, Nigerians, who are also demanding for self-determination. So in Nigeria, we have two Nigerias, and we really, really have to accept this reality if we actually want.
I thank the organizers of this historical gathering for asking me to speak on the independence of Yoruba nation on behalf of the hopeless and voiceless Yoruba youth in Nigeria. My name is Tolulope Fajimi. I'm a Yoruba American born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States. I recently graduated from high school, and I'll be attending the university in the fall of 2021 to study pre-medicine. Being an American citizen, I am privileged to get the best education without any hindrances from the government levels. The government provides for safety, medical facilities, and easy access to education for its citizens. Unfortunately, these same privileges and necessities are missing from Yoruba youth in Nigeria. There are other serious fundamental human rights that are preventing Yoruba youth from achieving their dreams. Government of Nigeria is abusive. The police and military constantly harassing and killing the Yoruba youth for minor situations such as holding a phone, iPad, or any tech gadgets. Yoruba youth reject these sufferings. Next time I say that, I would love for everybody to say it with me. Nigeria government does not have compassion and sensitivity towards the youth. No provisions of employment for Yoruba youth upon graduating from college. Yoruba youth reject these sufferings. Last year, October 2020, Nigeria government, on President Buhari's order, killed Yoruba youth protesting peacefully to stop the constant police brutality. Yoruba youth reject these sufferings. Nigeria government refused to provide basic security for the citizens. No stable electricity, no pipeline water, no adequate medical facilities, and the biggest problem of all is no security. Yoruba youth reject these sufferings. Last Sunday, Fulani terrorists invaded a Yoruba town in the middle of the night. About 50 people were killed, houses burned down, including the palace of a king. A baby was burnt to no recognition. A 5-year-old child was cut into pieces while sleeping. Can you imagine a baby being burnt? A 5-year-old child chopped into pieces, an innocent child that had nothing to do with what was going on. Yoruba youth reject these sufferings. Yoruba youth reject these sufferings. Upon all the social media news and agitations of Nigerians, I personally have questions for United States government, British government, and the United Nations for their continuous silence on killings in Nigeria. Why the killings and terrorism events in Nigeria are not making the news in the United States, in Britain, and other international countries? Why are international countries silent in the face of evil happening in Nigeria? Could it be because Nigeria does not have economic importance to these countries? To conclude my speech, I have a couple of solutions that will sustain peace in Yoruba land and achieve our Yoruba nation. Number one, my appeal is to my president, Mr. Joe Biden, and the United States government to please please look into the carnage happening to the Yoruba people in Nigeria. Help us to stop the genocide being committed by President Buhari and his Fulani tribe on the Yoruba people. Number 2, my appeal is to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and the British government to do the needful for humanity's sake. I appeal to her, look at me, act as if I am your own granddaughter, as if all the youth, the Yoruba youth of Nigeria are your grandchildren. How can you stay silent watching what is happening to us while we're being persecuted? Make press conference statement to end the union of all the nations under Nigeria.
Correct.
British government must allow Yoruba people to hold referendum to exit from Nigeria.
Yes.
Like the British citizens did to exit the European Union.
Yes.
British should stop promoting the unity of Nigerians as a way to bring peace. Yoruba people are fed up with Fulani hostile character and reject being citizens of the same country with the Fulani tribe. The new generation of Yoruba people are rejecting continuation of the British 1914 amalgamation with no apologies. Joining Yoruba peaceful people and democratic values with the northern Fulani feudal system together was a disaster. My advice to Yoruba youth is as follows. Do not in any way, shape, or form be disappointed for being born in Nigeria, but be happy that you're Yoruba. Yoruba nation is the answer to your problems. Nigeria has failed you. Nigeria has failed us. Reject the unity of Nigeria. Do not vote against your interests. Support a new country of your own. Example being America, Britain, Russia. Countries where people of the same culture speak, understand the same language, and govern themselves. Thank you. Yoruba nation all the way, no going back.
Thank you.
Not part of Nigeria anymore. The amalgamation has stopped since 2014, and we are still in that contraction. It's enough. We are no more their slaves. Now, we cannot carry gun. The Fulani are licensed to carry AK-47. The Yoruba, we cannot defend ourselves. Now we are saying to you, Buhari, wherever you are now, listen and listen good. We are going to carry the same AK-47. We are going to fight for our rights. We are not going to fold our arms and let your people kill us. You need to go back to your country. We don't want you in Yoruba land, because we are telling you, all our children that have been killed and raped, enough of it. And I mean it. All Yoruba are saying to you that this is the time for you to leave now. You need to leave. If you don't leave now, you will leave by force.
Yes.
You will live by force. Yorubas are not joking with you, and we mean it. When we talk, we stand by our own words. It's just that because Yoruba people, we are law-abiding. We are law-abiding citizens. We don't make trouble. We don't fight. But you have pushed us to a corner. You have pushed us more than enough. And this is the time to fight for our freedom. Yoruba nation has come to stay. Nobody is going to stop us. Whoever is going to stop us will die with it. Yoruba is going. Because Nibiti and Benji Matinja, Koriko Be, no man suffer. And I'm telling you, Tio Bamura, at what I want Fulani to Lokomawa, but Bonile Madeni Lele, Lola Motolaye, Lola Motonia Koko, Lola Motonio, Mutono, Balashe, Tobatete, Equal Gigi, Ono Magbe, socially, Yoruba lo Sobe, nítorí pé àṣẹ ọjọ́ ni ọjọ́ fi ń yọ, àṣẹ ni òun fi ń ràn, mo sọ ni ogbó àtọ́ bàbá mi, ogbó ẹ̀dán, mo sọ fún níbikíbi tó bá wà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá tí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbàgbà Yorùbá tẹ́ ń ṣe mọ̀nàmọ́ná, tẹ́ ń ṣe játijàti nítorí ohun tẹ́ máa jẹ, kí ohun tẹ́ máa jẹ kó má bàa pa yín. A tètè ń sọ fún yín pé enough is enough. My name is Erelu Abike Ade. Kò sí ohun tẹ́ lè fi mí ṣe. Iwájú là ń bèrò. Mo sọ fún yín, mo fi gbogbo ọkàn sọ. Tẹ́ bá lè ń dúró, ẹ máa dúró pẹ́. Nítorí ẹni tó bá dúró wo kí báwo náà ṣe ń sọ, ó máa pẹ́ létí omi ni. I am warning you. Yorubas are warning you. Is enough. Thank you so much. Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation. Yoruba nation.